Hey gamers, this is not really a review because it's a homemade expansion and I didn't know where to put it under, so I'm just going to put out this video of Absol's agendas. I found this on Etsy and decided to get it and see what it was about. There's really nothing I could find out online about it much, so I wanted to show it to you here. Okay gamers, I just wanted to show you this little homebrew expansion I found online on Etsy called Absol's Agenda Instructions and stuff. And what does it do? Well, first off, it gives you new cards, agenda cards for each player. For the political secret thing. It's notated here. It says you may exhaust up to 3 of the green player's planets and cast additional votes equal to the combined influence value of the exhausted planets, and then you return them back to that player. And if you want to know the difference between the two, they have this little insignia that matches everything that comes with this little homemade expansion. The cards are, everything's good quality. The only problem I have is their artifact cards are player card size. I hate that, especially when I see that whoever it was could make them regular size. I don't know what the purpose of that was for. In fact, the little icon to show you it's part of this expansion is right there. So why not just do these smaller? But so that's really the only production complaint I have out of the whole game. As a whole, I'm not going to go through each one of these artifacts, but just I'll show a few here, and you can kind of pause if you want to read it and everything. Okay, I'll hold it like this, and hopefully you can read it. This is Shard of the Throne. And then this is another one here. Some of these are really good ideas. I kind of like some of these. This is a real big hit with the game group. I just don't like the size of them. Then you have these agenda instructions here, and basically it just says in very, very tiny print now. This should have been printed in player card size, if you ask me. But it says, with this deck, there are never any ties. If multiple players tie for the most, then the speaker breaks the tie. And abstaining isn't voting for an outcome. If everyone abstains, the speaker is considered to have cast the most votes for purposes of some of the cards things here, because a lot of these cards, they'll say, hey, whoever had the most votes will also get something as well. If someone is unable to vote, like the necrovirus, or if using a writer, then they are not counted and for the purpose of determining if all players voted a certain way. Number 4 says, if you use the new version of political secret included with Absol's agendas, oh, you are to use this with this. And then finally, it says, if a strategy card is exhausted in the agenda phase, players may still select it in the strategy phase for the purposes of the initiative. However, it stays exhausted and that player will not be able to take the strategic action that round. All right, so those are the instructions there. Fairly simple. You're going through a ton of new, and look how big the stack is. All good quality. These just look like the regular ones here of the agendas, and it's just more interactive and just more, I feel like it has more impact to your game here. And I'm just going to let you pause on any one of these that you want to, but they're just a little bit different. There's even one there that starts with the agenda phase there. I don't know if you've seen any of these, but pretty good. And then there's these cards here that are the reference to these cards here. So you could get a special character in the game there. You could also get a special space station that does this, planetary orbital. That's what it does there. Again, just letting you pause on that. That's the quantum core. This is an attachment called the Nano Forge if you want to know more about it. No, that's a construction matrix. I don't know where the Nano Forge was. I guess it was part later on. There's the reconstruction matrix there. And then finally, the Tyrant's Lament here. Okay, there. So those are the extra cards that comes in it. Now, let me go ahead and give you my final thoughts. All right, so that's it there. So final thoughts, I guess, for me, what I think about it. Right now, as of this video, I played this game with this expansion once, and I tend to play it again. By the time this comes out, I'll probably have played it twice by then, because we're going to get at least 2 big games in this end. My first group really liked it. The people who haven't played, who are playing with me this next weekend, are all for this from what they've read and what I've told them. And I kind of showed them a few of the cards and everything and told them what they did. Like I said, my big deal was these player card size ones. But I'll be honest, my first gaming group who played this loved this. They could read them. They don't like reading the tiny little cards. But I don't like it because you can't mix it in with the regular deck. Do you need it? I don't know. This thing costs like $30. It's with shipping, if I recall. I can't. It may not be with shipping. I can't remember. I don't know. I just got it because I wanted to try it out. I will be playing with it, like I said, at least one more time. After that, would I continue to play with it? Meh. Who knows? I do like some of the agenda cards in here. One of them in particular was when someone plays 8. Instead of taking the second ability and getting a secret mission, as an action on your turn, you can get a secret mission. But if someone plays 8, you can discard a strategy token and gain a relic. whoa, that's really powerful. But then again, the implications of someone picking 8 is they're probably going to score the objective early. And if they're on Mechatol Rex, they're going to score a point. So do you want them to have it? But at the same time, yeah, I kind of want that relic. Just like in Twilight Imperium, I think these are very engaging here, especially for the person who cast the most votes, who has the most sway in the market. Even if you lost, you did cast the most votes, you will get sometimes some of these you get a special ability. So these I really like, and since there's such a huge stack of them, I mean, we'll never go. It'll take us like 15, 12 games to go through these, and by then we may forget about them. So this can last a very long time, and I don't know. This is something that it could change your game completely. And I'm always looking for new ways to change my game of Twilight Imperium 4, which is my favorite game in my entire collection. It's my favorite game. So for me, yes, it's worth it. For you, you're going to have to decide. So that's all I want to talk about today, gamers. See you next time.